So in today's training, we're going to learn why we do what we do and why change is challenging for most people. Have you ever noticed, maybe you don't notice it within yourself because you're in yourself, but if you're looking at someone else and you start to see their patterns and their behaviors and they do the same thing, they say, oh yeah, we're going to do this and this and this. And then pretty soon they're like, okay, well, you said that last time and you didn't do that. And then you said it again. It's a repeat. Have you ever noticed that within yourself? You know, you come into a sales position and you say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And then, oh, I didn't get any results. And then you get excited again, a new sales things come, oh, I'm going to do it. And then you get excited about it and then nothing else, that is also a pattern. So everything operates on a frequency like we talked about, and everything has rhythm to it. And there's patterns. So our body is on a rhythm. Our body's got a pattern that it follows. So we're going to dive into that today and why it's difficult for people to change. You wouldn't think it's hard to change, but your body, it wants to stay the same. And so we'll dive into why your body and your mind might not be working as one. And it gives you a little bit of problems, doesn't trust you. Okay, who am I? Well, I'm Amanda Bobbett. If you don't know me already, I'm a mom. First and foremost, I thought I was never going to have kids. Doctors told me, forget about it, Amanda. Your body's way out of balance. You haven't had a female cycle for 8 years, and we don't think you'll ever be able to have children. So when I had 2 babies, I'm just blessed to be a mom. Entrepreneur, started my first business when I was 14. It's a horse riding business. Barely graduated high school because I was so excited about what I was doing and creating with the horses, and ended up making it to the Junior Olympics and won the bronze medal. But I started my business at 14 years old. I'm there charging $40 an hour for horse training lessons. And I'm like, I don't want to go to school. So I had to pay for my credits and was in special ed. So people think, oh, well, everything was great for her. It's easy for her. Well, no, I barely graduated, was in special ed, and here we are today. Nutrition and fitness. Once I had such a bad experience with bodybuilding and how it's very rigorous for the female body. It ruined my hormonal cycle. And then I went and became clinically obese for 8 years. So after I got done with bodybuilding, I really wanted to study nutrition and fitness. And so I really dove deep into it and got certified as a wellness coach and also a personal training certificate. So I love that. And I do have this passion that's deep inside of me for teaching all of you how we work. There's no book. You don't go to school that says this is how we work. This is why you have pain. This is why you're doing the same thing all the time. This is why you can't reach your goals. So really what I like to do is free from pain, physical pain, financial pain, whatever kind of pains you have. It's all coming down to one thing, which is too much stress. So we want to get out of stress and balance our body by becoming aware. All right, so we want to understand how we operate. So Bob Proctor was one of my foundational mentors in my life. And this is probably one of the best things that I learned from him. There's 2, and I'll share the next one here shortly. But you have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. We can call this unconscious or subconscious. So what he says, just draw a picture across the brain, right? And then the conscious mind here, up here, is hooked up to our senses. What are our senses? We hear, smell, see, touch, taste. Those are our senses. So our conscious mind is plugged up to our outer environment. So when you're looking around, you're using your conscious mind. Okay, and then our subconscious mind. So is somebody want to come out and maybe explain to me what you believe the subconscious mind is, just to kind of see where we're at in the learning process or how deep we want to go into this? Does anybody have an idea of what the subconscious mind is and does? Anybody know? We taking good notes? Okay. Subconscious mind is more of the body. So this is when we are meditating, when we're relaxed, but everything that comes through the conscious mind here has to go through to the subconscious mind if we choose. That's one of the greatest abilities we have, is the ability to choose. So I'm going to give you an analogy here. Let's imagine, now how many of you have people out there that are like, oh my gosh, you're in this business, that's never going to work for you? How many of you have had that somewhere in the past? or some negative feedback. You're trying to do that with your body. Yeah, right. You're never going to do that. How many people have had that? Yeah. Okay. So what happens is you have an analytical part of your mind, which you can choose. And this is how we separate. So the conscious mind's here, hooked up to the senses. Someone gives you information. Oh, you're not going to be able to do that. And you actually believe that. You choose, I believe I'm not going to be able to do that. What's going to happen is that thought that happens is going to go right into the subconscious mind. That's where your program's at. We'll talk about this in a minute. And then it's going to set your body up into a vibration. So everything vibrates. We're all vibrating right now. So if you have the thought that someone gave you is you're not going to be successful, and you believe the thought, you're going to get an image in your mind, and that image in your mind is going to be failure, and it's going to be not where you want to go. But because you chose that is the right information, went into your body, it put you up in a vibration, and you attracted everything to your reality to get you to that state of mind. Because your body is operating on this vibration, and the law of attraction says you can only attract what you're in harmonious vibration with. That's the law of vibration. So if you're believing that you're not going to succeed, and then you go out there and you try to succeed, but yet underneath all of that, someone told you chose that's accurate information, you will talk yourself out of the situation before you even get started. You'll be in the grocery store and you're like, yeah, I remember Amanda said to go to Walmart and talk to people randomly. But then you're going to get this other thought of somebody else saying, oh, you'll never be able to do that. And you'd be like, oh, that person's probably not interested. And just like that, you're not doing it anymore. So your conscious mind is hooked up to the senses. Your subconscious mind is the feelings. Okay, so when you have a thought, I'm kind of getting deep here, but I want you guys to stay with me because this is very important. When you have a thought, with every thought becomes a feeling. Okay, a feeling, whether it's guilt, shame, resentment, abandonment, overwhelmed feelings, bliss, joy, where every thought creates a feeling. So if you're having a thought of, oh my gosh, I'm going to go on vacation, it's going to be so much fun, and then you start visualizing the future in Hawaii, what kind of feeling are you going to have? It's going to be awesome feeling. You're going to be like, yes, I can't wait. It's going to be great. Your body is not, it's a dumb terminal, basically. Bob Proctor says, your body is just a dumb terminal. We are not our body. We are spirit living in a body. So we have this feeling of, oh yeah, this is a great on the beach. Your body doesn't even know it's not there. It thinks it's there. And you start vibrating that because the thought creates the feeling, and the feeling is the vibration. And if you're aware of the vibration, conscious awareness of the state that you're in, then you have more power because you know you're in bliss. And if you can stay in bliss all day long, guess who you're going to attract? People that are also in bliss, people that are happy, people that are successful. So you get to choose what thoughts you want to come into your brain, but you have to be aware that you chose. Okay, is this making sense so far? Subconscious, conscious. There's an analytical mind. You can kick things out and not believe them. It's not going to affect you. But if you choose, yes, that's right. It goes into your subconscious, your body. It doesn't know it's not real, and it will set yourself up for success or failure, whatever, where you want to go. And you might not even be aware you're doing it. You most likely aren't, because you get programmed. Okay, so this program, let's talk about this. When you get a computer, it comes with a program. Right? A new computer comes with a program, doesn't it? You have Windows, you have all the software in the back end, right? That's how we are too. So when you're about 6 years and younger, think about your life. Where were you at? Who were you around? Does anyone want to share? Holly, were you raised by your two parents or grandparents or? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. I'm so sorry. Still on mute. I'll ask you to unmute.
Okay. Oh, it's quite a day here. I've lost all my electricity in my house, and so I'm waiting for a repairman to come and fix my electricity. Yeah.
Your energy is so high, it just took all the lights out and all the boom.
Yeah. Yeah. My curling iron wiped me out. 6, I was raised by my mom and my stepdad. I
Okay.
think somewhere between 4 and 5, my mom remarried.
Okay.
Yeah,
So when you're from your 0 to 6 years old, remember we said you have that ability to choose, you can kick stuff out.
yeah,
So when you're young, you don't have the ability to choose. And so
no,
whatever thoughts, feelings, actions, that the people that you have around you, whatever negative mindset they have, whatever positive mindset they have, that is your program now. So it's
yes,
always on the background. And
yes,
you go throughout your life and you wonder, why can't I do these things? Well, underneath all these things is this program that's saying, you're not successful. Money doesn't grow on trees. What are you doing? Go get a job. Or whatever it is that the people you're around when you're younger made you believe about you. Who's your
mm-hmm,
identity? Who are you? So that's
mm-hmm,
how we get programmed. And so it's not your fault. If you were in an environment when you're young and it's hard to make money, and successful people are bad and all these negative things about money, and you're trying to earn money, it's going to be more challenging because your program isn't going in that direction. You have to be aware that you're going to stop yourself. So awareness is key, but that's how we get programmed. So we have to reprogram our subconscious mind to become aware of our thoughts. Sounds simple, but here it is. We have the ability to choose. We can choose fear or we can choose faith. So if you're setting
yeah,
yourself up a goal, we have fear or faith. You can say, yep, I want to do it. This is where I'm going. Or you can say, I can't do it. Whatever you choose is going to come to you, but you have the ability to choose. So I always choose faith. I think it's much easier that way. And if you know the law of attraction and you know about your imagination and you have a nice focus, we'll be talking about this we have an upcoming course. It's a short 4-week course. But we're going to be talking about your intellectual faculties. This is your imagination, your intuition, your will, your focus, your reasoning factor, and your memory. So we're talking about keeping this image of your future in your mind, and keeping it there is your will power. So that's a focus. And most people don't know how to focus. So we'll be going through some exercises to help you focus. But if you keep the image in your mind, you have to get it. It's the law of attraction. It has to come to you. So you can get things in your life easily and effortlessly. Okay, we're going to talk about brain waves because I think it's really important, because I want to help you guys understand what happens when people get sick, what happens when they get anxiety, depression. It's because of our brain wave patterns get out of balance. And when our brain is out of balance, our body becomes out of balance. So in our conscious mind that's plugged up to all the senses here, we have beta brainwave patterns. So we have 3 different beta brainwave patterns that we operate in. So we have a low level, a mid-range, and a high level. So low level would be, right now we're just relaxed, paying attention. High level is I'm like, Karen, there is a test at the end here, and you're not leaving until you get this test done. And yeah, there's going to be a fine if you don't do it. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, that might not stress you out too much, but like if you're like, my dog, I can't find the dog. Like, oh my gosh, you're driving around the neighborhood trying to find the dog. You're in emergency mode. You're stressed out. Well, guess what that does to your body? Boom, emergency mode. We need cortisol. We need adrenaline. Have you ever heard of the fight or flight hormones? Okay, be the belly fat hormones. I can't lose weight. I'm craving sugar all the time. I can't sleep. That's because your brain is in too much high. And you did it to yourself. That's the problem. We did it to ourselves from the thoughts, because we had the thought that created the feeling, which is the hormones, oxytocin, serotonin, our happy hormones, and then we have our cortisol, adrenaline. The problem with these hormones is that they become very addictive, meaning they give you energy. You got cortisol and adrenaline in your body, and you're in the morning and you're waking up and you're going to the gym and you're pumped up, ready, on fire for your day. That's adrenaline and cortisol. And you want to feel that way because it's like, oh yeah, it's awesome. But if you're running your whole day like that and your body never has a chance to relax and get out of that stress, all those stress hormones build up in your body and create pain. And then we have this pain that we can't figure out where it came from. And it's all this stressed out energy that gets suppressed. So we have alpha brain. So this is subconscious mind. So this is your body. So the alpha brain waves are produced when your brain produces these waves when you're not focusing very hard. We're feeling calm and relaxed. Maybe you're just, getting ready for taking a little tea, maybe a little nap, just getting your body relaxed. This is when your inner world is going to be more real than your outer world. We have the theta brain. This is when you're asleep, but your mind is awake. So this is more in a meditative state. Your body's sleeping, your mind's awake. And then we have delta. So people know about delta waves because this is really where your body rests and recovers. This is where miracles happen. When your body gets deep into this, it starts really changing your chemistry inside. It changes your whole being. If you've got health issues and you can get a lot of delta sleep, your body can rest and recover. It's restorative. But if you're not sleeping because your brain is out of balance because you keep having a thought that creates a feeling, and then you're in cortisol and adrenaline while trying to sleep, and then all you're getting is all these other thoughts, you can't relax, you're not going to get the delta sleeping patterns, and you're not going to get restful sleep, and your body, again, is going to wake up in a state of stress because not sleeping causes stress. Okay, I just want to put this in here so you can kind of see the different brainwave patterns in hertz. So this is kind of how they are in the brainwave patterns here. So you can see stress, fear, anxiety. In the delta alpha, you're relaxed, good coordination, meditation, high creativity here. So you get very creative. We are creative beings. That's what we are. We can create, but we cannot create in stress. If you ever wonder why can't I think? You ever wondered that? Why can't I think? I just can't think. It's because you have no energy in the brain. You're too stressed out. Your body can't relax. But when you're relaxed, you can create so much. And then delta, you lose loss of awareness, growth hormones released. Okay, so here's really what's happening when your brain is under stress. So when you're in emergency mode for an extended amount of time, your brain becomes unbalanced. Therefore, your body is out of balance. Your immune system, your digestive system, cardiovascular system, all of your bodily functions are going to work out of balance. If you ever know people who become selfish, how many of you know someone's selfish? Or maybe you caught yourself being selfish. Why do we do that? It's in protective mode. It's like, I got to protect me. I'm in so much stress right now. I got to worry about me. And everything becomes about me, 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 me. So if you see someone doing that, you know this person is in a high level stress. They are just very, very selfish. Because if you're not in stress and you're in abundance and joy and happiness, you're not going to care about self. You're going to give to others. You're going to be, out there just happy and joyful in your life. You're not going to be caring so much about you. You become narrow focused. You're going to focus on problems, even though they're not even problems. You're making a huge problem out of it. And the more you're going to focus on something that's a problem, the more you're driving those brain waves out of balance. And it's just a cycle. You have a hard time getting out of it. And then your mind is going to work against you. You're going to make wrong choices. And then you're going to start getting anxiety. So anxiety, what's this? It's like everybody wonders, what's anxiety? How many of you know what anxiety is? You can give it to yourself right now if you want. It's fear. It's doubt. And especially in the sales position, you're going to come across this because you're helping people make a very great decision to get healthier water or whatever it is that you're selling. And then they think about the money. And the money is attached to so many things that without the money, that fear of, oh my gosh, I don't have, what am I going to do? All of a sudden, in someone's mind that's not aware of this, they're going to start thinking fear. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? And then they're going to start backtracking and they're going to get more fear and they're going to get this image in their mind that's really not favorable. And they're going to see things with their, oh, I can't make my payment on my house. I can't make my payment on the car. What if I don't succeed? My mom always told me I shouldn't be doing this. And now you get anxiety. So that anxiety is, it's like stress to the highest level. And then you suppress it because you don't know how to let it go. You ever have a stress ball and you hold it 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 and then you let it go? And it feels so good to let it go. It's a releasing of energy. And if you don't know how to do that, all that tightness, it holds in your body and it suppresses in your body. And it can go anywhere, but most likely it's in your lower back, it's in your middle range, and it's in the lower energy areas of your body right here. These 3 areas, right? And so that's where your stomach discomfort comes from. It's where all these things are coming from, because it's that suppressed energy that's holding there. And so that suppressed anxiety is going to give you more thoughts that are negative. And the more thoughts you have that are negative, the more feelings you have that are negative. And then depression is going to happen. That's when you have too many negative thoughts for too long a time. And now it becomes a mood and you're depressed all the time. You're not happy because you're not having happy thoughts. And then depression keeps going. And if it keeps being suppressed because you're not letting that energy out, it turns into dis-ease and pain. Because all those hormones are they're inflammative, they cause inflammation. So all the cortisol and adrenaline, boom, inflammation. Okay, so we got to get your body out of this if we want to have more in your life and be abundant and be free, because we can't live in these hormones. We can't live in this state. But it's hard because your body's addicted to it. Your body thinks it has to have these things in order to be balanced. We'll talk a little bit about that. So this is called homeostasis, balance. When you get on the scale, you typically weigh about the same. If you're not really paying attention to stuff, you're not binging and starving like I used to do for a long time because I couldn't figure out what was going on. But I found out that, oh, guilt is an emotion that I'm living in because I'm not happy in my body. I was 8 years clinically obese. And so what would I do? I would not eat for 3 or 4 days at a time, just drink water. This is before I had good water. And then I'd be so hungry, I would binge on a bunch of food. Anybody do that? Never? Come on, guys. I'm the only one that's done this. Like, I would just eat everything in sight. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what I just did. I just ate everything. I feel terrible. I should have never done that. And now I have a bunch of guilt. Okay, and that guilt is one of those negative situations, hormones, feelings that get stored as well in our lower energy. So then our body gets used to this cycle again. And then so we start doing this binge cycle with our weight. We go and we don't. But homeostasis is when your body is balanced. Let me close this door. Hold on. So homeostasis is when your body is balanced, meaning that wherever you're at right now, you're doing the same things every day. Most likely it's balanced, even if it's not balanced in the favorable way. That's called homeostasis. So your body's always trying to maintain this. So this is how this happens. We wake up in the morning. We know we have to get to work. We're rushing a little bit. We start getting adrenaline and cortisol. Okay, then we get to work. And when we're at work, maybe there's an email that we were answering or a phone call, and that's anger. Or maybe it's your husband after work is yelling at you, and he's getting his anger out, and you're getting this feeling that he's giving you. But this becomes a routine. It becomes a habit. And then every day we live our life, our body wants to create cortisol, adrenaline. It wants to create its happy hormones. It wants to get the love in there, but it's on a homeostasis, a balanced body, basically, even if it's not the right thing. Because you ever notice how if a woman has been beaten by her husband or a boyfriend, she gets out of the relationship and then she attracts somebody exactly like that beats her or is not good to her verbally. Why? Because her body's craving the feeling. Her body is literally vibrating that because it's used to that. And it's looking for that other person out there that even though the husband's not there anymore, the next person you attract is the same situation. There you are back in your past because you're missing the feeling of that person in your life doing that to you, even if you don't like it. So the things we have, the things we do, where we go, how we act, everything, the cars you buy, it's all because of the feelings that it gets us. And we will do the same thing because they're on a routine. So this is why it's hard for people to change. So in order to be better than your body, you must break the habits and be aware of your unconscious thoughts and behaviors so we can stop feeling the same and we can master how we feel so we can create the future we want and the feelings we want. So thoughts that we have are language of the brain, and feelings are the language of our body. Okay? So awareness is key. So what I want to challenge you guys to do is for the next week, I think I gave you this homework last week as well, but I really want you to be aware of these thoughts you're having. Because anything in your life you want to change, you're going to have to go through this unknown, this fear and doubt that we just talked about, the unknown. But if you know that you can have anything that you want, you just got to go through this. That's the point your body is unbalanced. Because if you wake up tomorrow and say, okay, I'm going to have abundance in my life. I'm going to wake up and feel grateful when I wake up. I'm going to have money in my bank account. It's not there at this moment, but tomorrow I'm going to start to attract it. And you start changing your thoughts, which change your feelings. Now, when you wake up, your body's used to cortisol and adrenaline. And you're saying, I'm happy and grateful now that I have bliss and I'm joy, I'm happy. Your body's going to try to talk you out of it again. It's going to say, oh, no, you need that cortisol like you had yesterday. Hello, you better go get it. And so then it creates the thought again of the cortisol stress. And so then, oh, there you are back in your past again, doing the same thing. So you literally, this binder now comes everywhere with me. You literally have to reprogram yourself to the thoughts and the feelings that you want to attract in your future, as if it's already here. So how does this look? You got to sit there and you got to create. You need to be in a little rocking chair with a little cup of tea, and you need to just think about your future. What do you really want? You know, what's going to make you so happy? And then you're going to write it out in your journal. And you're going to take your time on this. This isn't rushing. This is like the book of your future. I'm so happy and grateful now that I wake up in the morning and I have abundance. I get to do the things that I want when I want to do it. In fact, today I'm going down to the beach, taking my bathing suit. I got my new body. By the way, I have been eating everything I want. I'm literally ate a whole box of donuts last night, and I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm just saying before I knew all this information, I couldn't eat anything without gaining weight. Now I don't gain weight no matter what I do. And I'm right at 120, 118, 120 pounds. And that's thin for me. And I hardly even work out. When I work out, I'm just mostly stretching and a little bit of weights. But that's because I reprogram myself. My brother, I love him dearly, but he used to poke my side and he used to say, Amanda, you're fat. And then I started sucking in my side. And then I had this double chin, right? When I was young. And he's like, gosh, you got a double chin. So I was like, oh, you know, and so I started doing that. Well, what did that do? Because of my double chin, I wanted to go like that. And then instead of me being straight and balanced in my positioning, I'm all of a sudden like that. And I started developing pain here in my chest. And then in my side, because he'd poke me, I'm like always trying to suck in my stomach. So I started getting this really bad pain in the side. And everywhere I walked around, I was worried that people were going to think my belly was hanging over my pants. And I literally had to become aware of that actually happened. And so once I became aware, oh my gosh, I'm telling myself when I'm eating or drinking something, this is going to make me fat. And I would tell myself that because my brother would be like, you're eating that, it's going to make you fat. And I started believing everything I ate turned into fat and I couldn't lose weight. Now I'm like, I know my body and I reprogram myself. I'm like, everything that I consume in my life, it gets eaten up quickly and it releases and I don't gain weight. And literally I get thinner and people are like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm great. So now I'm just gonna have to tell my body something different. I now maintain this and I can, pump weights and have more muscle, whatever it is. But I'm just happy and grateful because that was a huge stress in my life. I'd count calories. I wouldn't go out with my friends because I'd be like, oh my God, there's me food there. I definitely can't eat the sugar because I'm on a ketogenic diet. Oh my gosh. And then the digestive issues that bring, it was just a nightmare. And so it does not have to be so challenging, but you have to be aware that you're having these thoughts. So write out first what you want in your future. I love my life because I have my new bathing suit and I look so good. I can eat anything I want, whatever your goal is. Okay. And then when you do have these negative thoughts, you got to write them out so you can reprogram those negative thoughts. Meaning that if you got the thought of your brother saying it's going to make you fat, and you're like, yeah, right, I don't get fat no matter what I eat, and you consume it and you don't feel guilt when you consume it, you actually feel like, you know, it's true. Well, thanks, baby. I'm not probably going to eat that right now, but thank you. I'm very nice. All right, love you. Okay, so awareness is key. And by the way, if you don't do that, that's okay. I just know where you're at, because if you really want something, you're going to do it. Because you really have to want to have better self-improvement. Because otherwise, you're going to be living the same thoughts and the same feelings you have today, because 90,000 thoughts you're having every day. 90,000 thoughts you're not even aware of. And those thoughts you have today are going to be the same ones you have tomorrow. And if your thoughts become your reality and you're living the same thoughts and the same feelings, then you can take your past and put it in your future, and that's where we're going. So we got to be aware, and you've got to make the change and decide, this is what I want. And then we're going to get it, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. So this is the program that we're going to be doing. It's only $97 and it's a 4-week course, but we're basically going to go through this goal setting and achieving together. So whether you want personal growth, self-improvement, physical body, you want better body awareness, you want better physical health, maybe you're struggling with a health issue, maybe you have back pain, you want to know how to release it. We're going to get into meditation, which is I'm going to get into some breathing exercises you can do too that helps move this negative energy that's being suppressed in your body. So that back pain, that hip pain, that chest pain, whatever you're experiencing, will help you liberate that energy and help move it out of your body so you don't feel that any longer. And then you can attract what you want because you're not living in those negative hormones. So registration will be open for that. We're going to do it in 2 weeks. I think it's the 18th, I believe is what it is. And then I also want to share with you our New Year, New You program, which is going to be coming. We're going to do it a little bit after, probably towards the end of the month. We don't have a specific date in mind yet, but if you are interested, this is going to be more of a sales course and mindset. We are going to be going through our products with healthy hydration, and also any goals you have, and mindset, financial goals, products. We're going to go through all the products here. So this is what's included in the course. You can come here. This link will be in the chat. But what's included in this 8-week course is live Zoom trainings twice a week. We're going to have an accountability coach. We have both Andreas and Sophia. Do you want to come out for 1 second if you can and just say hi? This is our wonderful affiliate team in Sweden. They have been running our affiliate program now for, oh gosh, what, about 8 months, 9 months? And I'm traveling next month to see them. And we're going to go to Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's going to be over there in not Sweden, but it's Switzerland. So I'm excited. Yes. So come on out and say why you're so excited. I know your past was with another water company, but you're here with us now.
Yeah, we're now with health hydration. Yeah, we have the kids around, so you know the noise. Yeah, but we were with Enagic before, but we met Amanda and had a meeting with her, and she talked about the health benefits of hydrogen water. So we just switched technology directly, and now we are joining and having a really good time with health hydration instead. So yeah, I'm really excited about the course as well, because it's going to be new updated information. We're going to have new videos and everything. Yeah, so it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we have a very exciting year in front of us as well. So yeah, it's super exciting.
Yeah, 2025 is the year of health and awareness. So people are gonna come to awareness and want to change their health and find ways to get healthier and wealthier, I think. So that's very exciting.
You know they are. Well, thank you for being so supportive to our team. It's awesome to have you guys. I just look forward every day because I have such great people to work with. So thank you for that. So as part of this, we do have a Facebook support group too. So you'll always have someone to talk to. We're going to have a retreat. So at the end of the 8 weeks, you'll be invited to come here to the Tri-Cities, and we have a 3-day retreat here. So you retreat from your life. So you're gonna have a whole different set of thoughts and feelings when you're somewhere else in an environment with motivated people that are on the same vision that you have, that are all success-driven people. So it's gonna be a great time. And then I get to see you and be with you more individual. So that's great. And then it also does include our affiliate bundle pack, which is this pack here, which is our new Hydra Lux unit, which sits on your countertop. And you just push the button. You don't have to hook it up to anything. And it makes huge, high levels of hydrogen gas. High levels and hot too. You can almost, well, you can make pasta with it. 212 degrees. My children make pasta from it now. It's great. So we can do it warm too. So it comes with this one. It also has a 3-stage system in it that cleans the water. So it's an RO. So you don't have to worry about all these terrible contaminants that are in the water. So we're including this. And then those people that want to, you know, release weight, we've included in this pack are weight loss, or if you just want to support your health. We have our Dr. Tony protein here, which is whey protein, grass-fed, no antibiotics, no hormones, no steroids. It's living in a way because he puts the enzymes and the probiotics and the prebiotics in it, and it's undenatured, so it's not heated or cooked. So your body actually uses it very effectively. And there's only 100 calories for the whole, you know, serving, which is like 24 grams of protein. So we have this, then we have the radiant greens and fruits, basically. So these are your multivitamin. Because if we're trying to change our thoughts and our feelings, and we don't have good gut health, our brain and our gut communicate. So we are not feeding our brain with serotonin and dopamine and all the happy chemicals because our gut is not balanced and our brain is not communicating with our gut. So this is really foundational. We also have a mood support here for your brain to make healthier hormones. And then we have the Hydra Shot, which is our staple here for traveling. People love it. If you're in the business too, you definitely want to have one of these because it's a lead magnet. Everywhere you go, people are, what is that? I want that. So yeah, it's easy to promote. And then our disinfecting spray bottle. If you're used to, you know, water machines that make a 2.5 water, this device here, you just put water in it and you put table salt, very inexpensive. Boom, push the button. 5 minutes later, you have a cleaning, sanitizing water that kills every single living organism in 30 to 60 seconds. So you can use that for chemical-free cleaning. You can use it for wounds, any kind of you know, sores and things on your skin. Works great. So that's included in our affiliate bundle pack. This will be in the link, so you can just copy this and check out the whole program. But the Facebook group, it'll share with you here more details about the affiliate program, the retreat, the weekly live trainings. If you are in different countries, it's not a problem. We'll have the recordings. So you can definitely do that. The accountability coaches here, we have Andres, Sophia, and then Legacy Leaders Academy. So this is a course that's 12 weeks long, and it's do it yourself, do at your own pace, but it's all pre-recorded content from years of 15 years now, Bob Proctor, Dr. Joe, Jeffrey Combs, all the mentors I've had, and I've put it in such a way, Andres and Sophia actually put it all together, but it's just easy to digest. The information is in nugget form. It's not in like 50-minute long videos, so you can easily grab the information and use it in your life. So it's really great. So we do have financing available if you want that. So that's coming up. We haven't got a specific date yet, but it's going to be sometime this month. So definitely get on that if you want to really get the highest level of, you know, health for one, finances for one, and mindset, and somebody there that's going to help support you in your goal. If you want to, you know, just learn more about mindset and how to get goals, then the $97 a month program is going to be really great to get you started for sure. You can do them both too, by the way. And other than that, next week, we're doing another training on your goals. And so I want you to come next week with your goal in mind. And we're going to talk about why people fail them in deep. And then we're going to talk about how you're not going to be one of the 98%ers out there. Okay. And that is going to leave it for me right now. I'm going to go ahead and open up for questions. Those of you that are affiliates already that have questions, or you have a question about the program or the content, I'm here to answer anything for you. Hi, Sienna. It's good to see you, Maria. Lydia.
Hey, sorry. I was like, it's good to see you too.
Yay.
I was like, I don't look good right now, so I'm black screened. Okay, it's my morning right now.
It's okay. How's everything going in your life?
I'm trying to settle everything in right now. So like I'm jumping into like my A game, you know what I mean? After like the baby and everything. So
I know. I can't wait to see the baby when you get on the video.
yeah, he's sleeping right now, but one day.
But maybe next Saturday we can see.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Zyler.
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Everything went well with the pregnancy? No.
Yeah, so it was kind of weird. Like my pregnancy was like a 7-minute push and it was done.
Jeez.
I know. It was like the fastest like pregnancy the doctor says she ever had. I was like blessed because I didn't want to go through like the whole process, but 7 minutes and I was done.
Wow. That's got to be the hydrogen water. Helped you stay hydrated.
Right?
Baby's like, wow, this is great. I'm going to come right out.
Exactly.
Great. New year, new life, new baby. It's so rewarding. So
Yeah.
cool. Well, was any of this content for any of you today exciting and you thought, oh, wow, that's really what happens? Yeah. Anything really resonate with you that you were like, oh, wow, I'm going to use that?
Yeah.
I think for me, it's the staple is the thoughts create the feelings. Because you can be with somebody and the sales, and they're negative. You ask for the sale and they're getting anxiety and you already know it's because they don't have the money or they don't want to spend the money. But then you can help them create a different thought. And all of a sudden their body goes into a different feeling. When you're aware of this, you can see it, you can feel it. And it's like, oh, wow, they just got happy. They're not in stress and anxiety anymore. They're happiness. And so it's really great to know this about ourselves, that the thought creates the feeling. And I'll just, this won't be recorded, but I'm going to share this with you. The reason we're kind of extending things is because I had a tragic situation with a dear person in my life that ended up going to the hospital, was in ICU. And I am so consciously aware of my thoughts and my feelings that when I was there to call the ambulance and this person was freaking out and the eyes were like, help